now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. It is Wednesday night, and that means it is time for the Heartland Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights, brought to you by Dirt Warrior Racing League, and it's live this evening via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. How is everybody doing? Phil Lacassiere, Todd Stanton back alongside Jack Choate on the controls. Three-way booth to go out here tonight, live for the gang over here at DWRL Wednesday night street fights. Round number 2 going on tonight of season number 7, if you can believe it here. Going to be a great night, great car count on hand. But before we go racing, let's throw this in trackside, pay honor to this great country, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so All right, back here live inside the Volusia Speedway Park, getting ready to set to go for Wednesday night street fights. Let's bring in my partner in crime, the toe tapping, singing the blues, singing. My partner in crime, Mr. Todd Stanton. How you doing, brother? I'm ready to rock.
Doing fantastic here this evening. Glad to have a partner in crime here tonight as my keyboard is going all kinds of trippy on me. Love having that back, but I tell you what, Phil, what a great night we have in store for you here. Heartland, Harley Davidson coming aboard as a sponsor here for the Wednesday night street fights here at Volusia Speedway, and they're their sponsor all season long. Thank you, big thank you out to Heartland Harley Davidson.
Absolutely. Cannot echo that enough. Supporting this great league and this great adventure, what we call Wednesday night street fights for heat race number 1, about to pull out of the racetrack. We've got 2 heats in store. We got a great event coming up here. I believe a 60-lap main event tonight in Volusia. Cars and Stars of Dirt Warrior Racing League, Todd, are heading on to the racetrack. 11 drivers strong scheduled for heat race number 1.
Yeah, the Foils Trucking Heat Race lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 073 machine, that will be Steve Robbins. Robbins aboard the 073. And Alex Brewer aboard that number 1 machine, going to roll off in position number 2. Rolling off third will be the 926 of Barrett Bishop. And his dance part of the outside, driving the number 13 machine, that's Caleb Ramsey. Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, that's the number 73, that's Stephen Moore. And DFAD, Derek Fetkenauer aboard the number 86, going to roll off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be the 010 of Casey Brunson. Brunson aboard the 010. And David Blackberg aboard the number 16 machine, going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be the 111 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer aboard the 111. And Electric Eric Eichstead aboard the BladeNo.com number 12 machine, going to roll off in position number 10. Joshua Ely going to roll off in the 11th position there in that 09 machine. Not making the call, though. Casey Brunson there in the 010 machine not answering, so we only have 10 of the 11 cars out there on the speedway.
I think Case may have fallen out of the server. I think he's just getting back in, but I'm not sure it's going to let him join back in on the action of the racetrack. We'll wait and see if the 010 allowed out of the pit area or not. That's a heavy hitter who believe, may have to go starting for the rear of the field tonight. We know the Iceman Daniel Stifler, I believe he'll start for the rear this evening as well, as he was last week's winner at the Knoxville Raceway, but this time off of turn number 4. Starter going to put a clutch green flag down. Next time by, we are going to set them loose 8 laps around. They're all going to transfer out of the main event. Scheduled to put all 12 in there, so they'll all go on, no problem at all. And we'll see a great field of cars on hand for 60 laps of a main event, but we got 8 circuits around. It's going to be pretty quick here. High Bank, half mile, Volusia Speedway Park. Really good to be back down here in the state of Florida, getting just so much set to go. Excited for this one to get underway. The field over in turns number 3 and 4. You look up to the front row and you find Steve Robbins and Alex Brewer. Look at Barrett Bishop on the inside of the second row. You got Kyle Moyer there as we come off turn number 4. iRacing, I-flag, green flag up in the air. Let's get this night started as they head down into turn 1.
As they charge down off in turn number 1, the 073 of Robbins out to the early advantage. Brewer right there running in that second spot. Oh, Bishop makes contact with Brewer. Brewer goes around.
Brewer does go around on the 1 car, stacking up over toward turn number 3. Is I'm not sure who got caught up back there with the 1 car, but Alex did go around. We stay green as we complete lap number 1. It looks like it was Barrett Bishop got caught up to that too. He goes to the back of the field there in the 926. Steve Robbins going to lead now over Caleb Ramsey. Look at DFED, Derek Fetkenauer. He rolls in the 3rd spot. He may look for more. He's over the back of Ramsey got before.
Yeah, Fetkenauer doing a fantastic job up to that 3rd spot in the number 86 machine. Here comes Blackbird down to the bottom there. Those guys pretty close together, almost making contact over there. The 13 of Ramsey starting to peak a little bit high. Goes a high-low switch maneuver down into the corner, driving her pretty in deep there in the 073 machine. As 73 able to hold on there for a second, Steve Robbins. But I tell you what, Caleb Ramsey got one fast piece there in the number 13 machine.
He certainly does, and he's going to try to find room around to the low side of Steve Robbins for the race lead. This race for 3rd, a good one. Derek Fetkenauer sliding up the hill. David Blackburn going to go by. So put the 16 car now up to the 3rd spot, and you look back and you see that bright blue and white number 12 of Electric Eric Eichstadt. He's up in the 5th spot, green and white, blue and white. Tomato, blind guy, crappy old monitors. Jack's picking on me, Todd. I'm just going to shut up.
Hey, it's good to have a producer down there pushing all the buttons here tonight. A little bit of contact there between Derek Fetkenauer and Blackbird there. They both get a little bit sideways, keep it right in the right direction. though, and hold on to third and fourth, respectively. Eric Eichstead right now in the fifth position in that number 12 machine. Ramsey now trying again to try to get around the 073 of Steve Robbins. Robbins still holding down the top spot. Popsicle sticks go up in the air. 2 more trips around the Volusia Speedway Park.
Popsicle, that sounds pretty good, but we're talking racing. That flag probably doesn't taste very good, but you got Steve Robbins trying to find his way to the win here in heat race number 1. Caleb Ramsey going to look low. David Blackburn is a solo to them like a cheap suit. Over in 3 and 4, Caleb's going to peek down low under Robbins. Blackburn may take it one step further. White flag on the speedway.
White flag as Ramsey dives her in deep, side-by-side battle for the top spot through 1 and 2. They enter the back straightaway. Can Ramsey pull anything off? Here comes Blackburn to the outside in the 16 machine. He's going to try to make something happen. Ramsey dives her in even deeper. They're through 3 and 4, but over turn number 4, picking up heat race number 1. It's going to be the 073 of Robbins. Blackburn going to sneak in there for the second spot. I do believe he is going to nail down the second spot there by scoring and timing. So Blackburn able to get around him there last corner. Then you got Ramsey, Fedkenauer, Eichstead, Ely, Moore, Brewer, or Moyer, Brewer, Bishop, and Brunson.
Yeah, that was a pretty dang little race there off turn number 4. Blackburn and Ramsey making contact, and David able to steal that second spot away. Is heat race number 2 about to take its way to the racetrack. But we're going to thank great sponsors here at the network, of course. We can't thank Heartland Harley Davidson enough for coming on and sponsoring Wednesday night street fights here at DWRL. Also going to thank our great sponsors, of course, like Hanover Wrecker Service and iRacing, iFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, CCM Customs. Also going to thank BladeNo.com and South Texas Speedway, Monstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle with the Gent. Gotta thank all of them so much. Thank all you tuning in tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. As I got YouTube up, my Facebook for a reason time just not loading. It loaded for a minute, saw some chatter going on, and the browser just kind of went kaput. So I'm going to try to get that back up, and I'll throw it back to you for the lineup for heat race number 2.
Yeah, Facebook Live still going pretty strong out there, and it is actually live racing action for those who are asking there. I believe, I can't remember who was actually out there asking that question. Clinton Jr. out there. Yeah, no, it's live. We're live racing action right now, but heat race number 2 getting ready to come to post here. They're already rolling out there on the speedway, should say. The number 61 of Josh Peacock starts on the pole there. The Bulletproof Motorsports number 61. And DWR Racing Zone starts on the outside. That's the number 21. That's the Evil One himself, Jim Revis. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's the 319. That's David Brewer. Brewer aboard the 319. And Justin Holt aboard the 311. Going to roll off in position number 4. Rolling off fifth will be the number 18, another bulletproof guy. That is Kyle Surratt and his dancer part of the outside, driving the 07. That's Justin Pruitt. Inside row number 4, in the 7th starting position, that's Trey Jones aboard the 11. And racing Jason Salter aboard the X91 Motorsports number 10. Rolling off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Daniel Stifler aboard the number 71. He'll drop to the back here in the feature event for last week's win. And Ryan Bronson aboard the number 6 going to roll off position number 10. Rolling off 11th, we welcome back the number 84 of E.J. Jones. Coming back here, so we'll see how well he does here from the back of the field.
Yeah, and he's got that nice new number 84 car all ready to lock and load here tonight. The Volusia Speedway Park is off to number 4. Pace truck is in. iRacing, I-flag, green flag goes up in the air, and look at Josh Peacock. He stops that loud pedal down. He's going to lead the field over a hungry group, including Jim Reviser, 3 wide for third off of 2.
Yeah, 3 wide. Surratt down on the bottom, Holt up top in the meeting between the sandwiches. Brewer and Surratt make a little bit of contact over there. Brewer gets a little bit sideways. Those guys still able to maintain side by side as Holt propels himself up into that third spot.
Got Holt's 31 now up to third, but Kyle Surratt is the man on the mission on the low side. He may lose the 4th spot to David Brewer. Look up this in front of them to the outside of Jim Revis. Here comes Justin Holt. He's found some magic up top early. Revis versus Holt, that's for 2. That's off turn 4.
Yeah, Holt gets a little bit sideways there aboard the 311 machine. Going to give up a little bit of ground to the 21 of Jim Revis. Revis now slides up there to the middle groove. Kyle Surratt really working over the bottom there. The number 18 machine trying to get himself around the 31, or the 311 machine, I should say, there in that third spot. But so is a Holt trying to get around the 21 of Jim Revis. But meanwhile, up front, it's all the 61 of Josh Peacock.
Yeah, sure is. Peacock doing a good job. Jim Revis right there as well. But this side-by-side battle for third off turn number 2 looks like pretty good one. Holt trying to hold off the likes of Kyle Surratt. Justin still playing offense as well, trying to find room to the outside of Jim Revis. What this is allowing to do, it's allowing Josh Peacock with the race lead. He's pulled away to about 5 car lengths as we're still side-by-side racing for about third. We had a good battle behind them as well. David Brewer trying to make something happen. White car on the inside there appears to be, is that Jason? That's Justin Pruitt, the 07, some different colors that I haven't seen from the 07 yet. He is down low. That's a terrific race going on for 5th, but we're 3 wide for 2nd off of 4.
Yeah, it's been developing there, Phil. The 3 wide for that 2nd spot. Revis up top there as far as he can muster it there without going over the berm as it's sitting right now here at the Volusia Speedway Park. A 311 Tory Alt right there running into that 3rd spot, but Surratt not going away. He's catfishing it down on the bottom here. He's finding that extra bite, the extra traction to try to get up alongside that 311 machine. We'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. His popsicle sticks in the air.
Yeah, Hall of Famer Torrey Holt out there in car number 31 running in 3rd there. I don't think Todd caught that one. I certainly did. Justin Holt running the 3rd spot in the number 31, holding off of Kyle Surratt. Revis up ahead. Jim going to take a peek under Peacock off turn number 4, where this time White flagging on the air. Josh is going to keep that lead there, but Revis, he's not letting go of a chance for the race win. He's going to peak low once again for the final time off of 2.
As it is, the 61 down the back straightaway here. Josh Peacock down into turn number 3. The 21 of Jim Revis running in 2nd off of turn number 4, picking up the heat race win. Going to be the 61 of Josh Peacock. And then 21 of Jim Revis going to finish up 2nd. 3rd going to be David Brewer. 4th going to be the number 18 machine of Kyle Surratt. And then we're going to leave the rest up to the scores because that was pretty quick.
That was real quick. They exit real fast here off the end of heat 2 there. We'll see if we can't grab the lineup again real quick. Salter finishing up 5th, as you said. David Brewer for 6th. Justin Pruitt, Daniel Stifler, E.J. Jones, Ryan Bronson, and Trey Jones rounding out our 11-car field. So we've established this before. I'm not a math major at all. You know, I got that public school education. You know, Todd's probably a little more educated than I am. I believe we have 22 cars in the field, 60 laps around. This is going to be a lot of fun. Volusia is one of these tracks that always provides a really good race, and we're about to see 22 of the best street stock racers, Todd, because they are out on the racetrack, and we are ready to let these guys loose for a feature event. I cannot wait to see where we're going.
Yeah, definitely going to be an action-packed race here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And it's going to be a barn burner, to say the least. These guys put on a whale of a show each and every time here. Wednesday night street fights. Heartland, Davidson coming aboard as a sponsor. And our starting lineup's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 073. That will be Steve Robbins. Robbins aboard the 073. And his dancing part of the outside, that driving that number 61. From Bulletproof Motorsports, that's Josh Peacock.
In row number 2 on the inside, aboard car number 16, that is David Blackberg. And alongside, aboard the number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis.
Inside row number 3, that's the number 13, that's Caleb Ramsey. And Justin Hull aboard the number 311, going to roll off in position number 6.
In position 7 tonight, aboard car number 86, that is Derek Fedkenhauer alongside of the bulletproof number 18, that is Kyle Surratt.
Rolling off in position number 9, that's the number 12 machine, the BladeNote.com, number 12 of Eric Eichstadt. And Racing Jason Salter going to roll off in position number 10.
Josh Ely rolls off 11th. He is in car number 09 alongside the 319 of David Brewer.
Inside row number 7 and the 13th starting position, that's the 73 of Stephen Moore. And Justin Pruitt rolls off in position number 14.
The 111 rolls off 15th tonight. That's Kyle Moyer alongside. It's going to be the number 1 car. That'll be Alex Brewer.
E.J. Jones rolls off next, along with Barrett Bishop, Ryan Bronson, Casey Brunson. Then you got Trey Jones running out your field here. 22 cars strong at the Dirt Royal Racing League.
All right, well, we did miss Daniel Stifler as he went to the end of the line there. Kind of got my lineup a little bit jumbled, but the 71 of Dan Stifler, our winner last week at Knoxville Raceway. Where can he take it 2 in a row? We're about to find out. Off of turn number 4, I race the guy flag, green flag up in the air. Let's go racing, 60 trips around the half mile of Volusia Speedway Park, and off of turn number 2, it is the number 73 car out front of Steve Robbins, but he leads Josh Peacock, David Blackberg, Jim Revis. They're door to door for 3rd now off of 4.
Yeah, watching these guys go fight it out, duke it out here. David Blackbird down to the bottom there in that number 16 machine, trying to get around the 61 of Josh Peacock there. Battle for the second spot. There's a lot of 2-wide racing going on directly behind the leader there. The leader being Steve Robbins here early on in the going, but those guys fighting tooth and nail. 3 wide there momentarily. Surratt a little bit loose over there. Not sure if he gathered back up. I think he did so. Oh, the 73 around, hard into the wall.
Yeah, he sure is. Stephen Moore, the 73 around. I got to think, yeah, caution flag on the speedway. First one of the evening. Head of a record service caution flag, number 1 on lap number 3. And I think that started through 3 and 4 when Kyle Surratt got super loose right in the middle of the field, and he somehow hung on to it. But they just straight ran out of space there, and Stephen Moore, he unfortunately found the inside wall there. The outside wall, it was a parking lot. And that opening of the wall looms off the exit of 4, so you really don't have much space to scatter toward.
Yeah, what happened there, Surratt got loose. He came down the track, tail whipped the 73, put him down into the inside wall, back up into oncoming traffic, and that's never a good sign, never a good thing for any of the cars. When you go parading back up into traffic, Ely involved in that one, the 926 of Bishop, the 1 of Brewer. Looks like all involved in that. A couple other cars involved. Moyer trying to get another car back there. I think that was Trey Jones aboard the 11 machine, also involved there early portion of it. So a little bit of damage to some of these cars.
Yeah, there was. And unfortunately, said Stephen got bounced off the inside wall. But the good news about that wall, Todd, it's not one of those, low-speed, high-assault Ute tires. Because you know what would have happened there if he would have hit that? He would have got stuck in it. Probably would have got the next 6 guys behind him all involved as well. So that could have been a bigger wreck right there when that wall
I
helped
disagree.
save it. So
I disagree.
All day.
I disagree. I disagree that Uke tire probably he would have lifted up in the air or else been all by himself. It would have been a lot less damage. The wall created him back into oncoming traffic, and that's what happens when you play in traffic. The wall puts you out in traffic and destroyed cars more than one. There's about 8. That is a ringer.
That's a cornhole.
No, that's a ringer. We are going to call it a ringer. Yes. So you had 1. So Phil got 3 points. You guys got 3 points. That's the first ever 3-pointer on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Oh, I'm going for 1 then. Maybe later on this week I'll take a ride and see if I can get impaled on the wall and see if I can't get better.
Well, that counts too. So you can do it a pail or if you end up on top of the tire, the same thing.
Yeah, horseshoes, hand grenades, whatever the heck you want to call it. What do you say we go back to racing here on turn number 4? Our racing eye flag, green flag back in the air. Steve Robbins going to lead Josh Peacock, but Josh runs up the hill. We got 3 wide for second. Revis in the middle. David Blackbird down low. Who will get fried? They're over in 3.
Yeah, 3 wide racing down through turn number 3. David Blackbird down there catfishing it. Jim Revis in the middle. Peacock up top here in the 61 machine, still 3 wide as they enter turn number 1. And this goes to show you the racing here. And the guys that are behind the wheels are a lot better than us. Oh, it looks like Stifler goes around there. I'm thinking that was Daniel Stifler. I could be wrong. Yep, Daniel Stifler aboard the number 71 machine going around. That's going to bring out another Hanover Record Service yellow flag. And I think he may have had some help over there. I'm not 100% positive. But he did have, yep, indeed, he did have some help there as he was slowing up for a wreck there. The 319 of David Brewer getting into the left rear of that 71 machine.
I'll tell you what, Todd, a really tight little quick track like Volusia is. The slightest bit of checkup right there. This happened at Dan. I mean, I don't think David Brewer had much reaction time. I don't know what the 319 could have did different there to get, avoid the back of the 71 as Dan going to go to the end of the longest line there, I believe, for the yellow flag, which kind of stinks for him because I think he was just kind of a victim of circumstance there. He stays on the gas. He may cause a bigger wreck than happened. The unfortunate part is David was just behind and Dan got sent around for a little bit of a ride. Looks like he'll be okay. Looks like everybody's going to be okay with that. And we'll just slow him back down. And I was watching back up front when they all jammed on the brakes through 3 and 4 to take the caution. This place can create a little parking lot real quick. I don't care if it's at the front or at the back or the middle. It could be a wad.
Yeah, definitely going to be, man, it's just, there's a lot of carnage. If something happens here at Volusia, and that's just a product of this racing. It's a tight track. You watch it there on the World of Outlaws or even watching the Dirt Modifieds down there on a bunch of different things. Watching those live, Phil, you can see that that could cause there in life too down there. So this track definitely scanned and definitely very, very moody. I've watched some pretty good rolls and barrel rolls down there on Dirt Vision and different entities that broadcasted over the time period.
Moody. I think that's a great word for a racetrack.
Moody.
Moody.
Except it was the Moody Mile a long time ago at Syracuse. It's no longer.
Well, yeah, let's not talk about that because I'll get really salty. You'll get salty, and we'll not even talk about the race. We'll sit here and we'll bitch and gripe about Syracuse being gone. Man, don't do that to us, man. Oh, try to kick it. All right, let's go back green here. I cleanse the palate. Steve Robbins going to lead the way over Josh Peacock. Guy racing, guy flag. Great flag back in the air. We got a whoop. We got bouncy balls. We got a lot's going on. And we got a 3-wide race for second out off turn 2.
A 3-wide race for that second spot. Meanwhile, the 61 of Josh Peacock way up to the chop shop for the Speedway. Now it's only a 2x2 battle there for the 21 down to the bottom. We got Caleb Ramsey. Oh, more contact over there. And we have another parking lot ensuing over there in turns 3 and 4. Man, I didn't catch that one. I thought Brunson was involved in that one, but no, he wasn't. There's another car involved. 73 maybe or more?
I think so. I know I was around the 12 of Eric Eichstadt, and I'll tell you what, he didn't get collected up in this one, but I'm not exactly sure how he did it. We'll let a Blade No comments the replay show where that Blade No car was. It was quite the ride. It happened all around him. Somehow didn't get taken out in that one, but 13 laps in, our third yellow flag of the night, and a big stack up over in 3 and 4. It's tough to see who all got spun out over there, but it happened quick. It got real tight, and there were cars bouncing off all the cars. We've got some unnecessary car violence going on in that third turn.
Yeah. You know, I tell you, this is interesting because it's a checkup. The 12 and the 18, they make a little bit of contact over there. 18 comes out of the track. Salter right there, the 10 machine, and at the same time his teammate, the 926 of Barrett Bishop, all part of X91 Motorsports. He gets collected in the back of the 10. They both go around in a knot. 926 is able to keep going. The 10 of Salter stopped down there towards the bottom portion of the wall. That's going to bring out the yellow flag. So, man, that was a lot of different things going on there all at once.
It really was, and that's got some really, really good cars pinned to the back of the field as well. So we'll see if these guys can't charge up in these last 45 laps or so. As a call coming down from the starter stand. We're going to go single file restarts here on lap number 15. So we'll let Steve Robbins have that row up front. Josh Peacock, Jim Revis, Caleb Ramsey, Derek Fetkenhauer rounded our top 5 with David Blackberg, Eric Eichstadt, Justin Pruitt, Justin Holt. E.J. Jones, very quietly, Todd, the 84 car has snuck his way from 18th into a top 10, and he's got a lot of laps left to go. Can E.J. make a return trip to victory lane over here for Wednesday night street plates?
As iRacing I flag, green flag already back out. The 073 of Steve Robbins already down into turn number 1. 61 of Peacock right there. We'll see what E.J. Jones can do there, Phil. Different build. He was having trouble with the last build. This one a little bit different, already inside the top 10 there in that number 84 machine. We'll see if he's able to scratch and claw his way back up to the front, and then maybe even the top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and this restart here with single file, it stayed a whole lot more tame and waiting for stuff to kind of break as Peacock was going to take a little peek down to the low side of Robbins. Revis was going to take a little jump to the high lane. Caleb Ramsey there as well. Can Josh get the run down low under Robbins through 3 and 4? He'll fall back in line. It looks like a big old choo-choo train right now. Everybody kind of on a line all by themselves. Now Revis will peek on a line. He will look for second off of turn 2.
And Jim Revis down to the bottom side there in the number 21 machine down to the bottom. So used to calling the Evil One graphics, number 21 down there on the bottom, fighting side by side with the 61. The 61 slams that door shut on the 21. Now the 61 looking to get around the 073 machine of Robbins. As he peeks down to the bottom, we're getting guys starting to get in 2x2 again there, Phil. Racing's going to pick up again.
Yeah, it sure is. We got Fetkenhauer with Ramsey over here racing for 4th over in 3. You got Peacock taking a glance for the race lead. A little bit squirrely back here side by side where around the 12 Eric Eichstadt rides with, who's that down low there? Justin Pruitt, 07. E.J. Jones there, that black 84. They all check up through off of the exit of turn number 2. They keep it back in the throttle. They're all clean, but the only side by side battle now, Todd of the top 10. Jim Revis back under Peacock for second off 4.
Yeah, Jim Revis really trying that middle groove with that number 21 machine to get by Peacock. So far, it hasn't worked, and it's not going to work either through that corner. Ramsey now all over the rear bumper of the number 21 machine as they enter the back straightaway. And now Ramsey trying to go to the outside, maybe a high-low switch for him. But Revis able to hold on to second. Here comes Peacock. He's going to challenge for the race lead down into 1.
Yeah, he's going to take that shot down there. That blue and white, green and white, whatever the heck you want to call it. 61 is, I'll call the color and Jack will tell me I'm wrong. Turquoise, how about throw me right in the middle? Love it. Keep a guy confused down there, Jack. Doing a hell of a job as we race for the lead off of 4. Peacock versus Robbins. Look at the momentum of the 73 car rolling up high. He holds on to the lead, but by fingernails off turn number 2 because Peacock is there, and Jim Revis, don't count him out of that fray as well. He rides third as we continue side by side for the lead. We got a 4-car race for third over here in turn 3.
Yeah, great battle going on there. Is a 13 machine down to the bottom. Good battle for the lead still. The 61 really trying to get around Robbins down into the turn. Can he pull it off there with a slider maybe of his own right? Not going to be able to do it there. He's going to have to lock it back up here for turn number 3. As he looks like he's got the advantage this time by into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. He's going to slam the door shut on the 073 machine. Robbins drops back to second, right into the clutches of Revis. Revis going to try to battle side by side for that second spot.
Yeah, Robbins did all he could, but Josh was just too strong there. Awful 4, 61 up to the lead. Revis now under Steve Robbins. Caleb Ramsey had a thought to make it 3 wide, but the evil one right there, that 21, slammed the door shut. Told Caleb, stay down there or meet the wrath of that water barrel in the inside wall right there. Caleb had to lift out of it. And now we're 3 wide behind them as Fedkenhauer and Eric Eichstadt look to split the 13. That's a good race from 5th down over in turn 3.
Yeah, they're sick of playing back there. The number 12 Eichstadt down to the bottom there. Catfish and Fedkenhauer really slamming on the door there. The passenger side door of the 13 and Ramsey there through the corner. But it's still a great battle. Those guys can touch and keep it going. And that's the great lines and everything that these guys run, the great racing, the great drivers that they are over here. Like we say, the pinnacle of dirt street stock racing over the DWRL here. The Heartland, Harley Davidson Wednesday night street fights here tonight. And we have a great race going on here. We have about 3 laps before we hit halfway. And these guys are putting on a show, Phil.
Oh, they really are, as they do each and every Wednesday and Sunday night in these street stocks. They are so much fun to watch, and who better right now than Josh Peacock leads over Jim Revis. Steve Robbins has held on pretty gamely for 3rd, and he's going to couple behind him with Ramsey. And I think the story here now in the top 5, Todd, look at that 12 car of Eric Eichstadt trying to shake that, awful electric Eric nickname. He wants to be the voodoo child, but don't cue up Stevie Ray Vaughan quite yet. He's got work to do at 12 car. He rides 4th over in turn 3.
Yeah, he said he ain't no child, and he hits the wall, goes around the 16 to David Blackberg over there. More contact made, and yellow flag going to come out. David Blackberg around, and tough break for the number 16 machine as he was having a great run here. And now going to be relegated towards the rear of the field for that number 16. Let's see what happened real quick. Let Jack cue it up. Explain it to you as much as I can. It looks like Surratt diving it in pretty deep there. And I think Surratt did hit the barrels down there at the opening. We're going to see how close it was. No, he ended up hitting the barrels there. So, it's Kyle Surratt into the barrels.
That's
the 16
not
ounce goes around too. No beer, so there's no alcohol abuse. There is a barrel down there, and there's some tires down there.
I've bet the barrel, and it's not nice.
It's not beer either.
It's definitely not beer. If you're thinking of going down there and getting a shot or whatever, I wouldn't hit it. That sucker don't move. Your car moves, though. You go for a jolt. Maybe that's what Rocky hit. Rocky said, he was talking about and poo-pooing all over my debate of Ute tire versus wall. Rocky said he's hit a wall, and it almost killed him. I would think hitting one of those barrels, Todd, that can't be too much of a picnic either.
No, you don't want to hit the wall. You don't want to hit the barrels. You don't want to hit a Ute tire down there. You don't want to hit the wall. There's just so many things. You want to keep it on the track. Yeah, you're right, Jack. Keep it on the track. You want to keep it in there. As they teach you in driving lessons, between the mustard and the mayo. This is between wall to wall,
Between the mustard and the mayo?
Oh, yeah. Between the mustard and the mayo.
Who would put those two together?
You got to put them between it. Oh, lots of people do that. Oh, man, you don't even know. You've never lived.
Man, that's like ketchup on an egg or something. Man, you guys are strange, but... But we're going to allow them to double it back up here past halfway. 33 laps going on the board. Josh Peacock in the lead over Jim Revis, Steve Robbins, Eric Eichstadt, Caleb Ramsey, Derek Fedkenhauer, Justin Pruitt, E.J. Jones, Justin Holt, and David Brewer is number 319 rounding out. I believe it's 70. It's 319 back there running the top 10. That might be Alex Brewer's number 1 car back there. Pretty similar paint schemes. I'll have to pull up the old relative here. As we go back, I race the guy flag, green flag on lap 34. Can Josh Peacock get away as they roll back together 2 wide off turn 2?
Yeah, Peacock definitely going to try to run away and hide there. The 21 Revis trying back down to the inside. Here comes Eric Eichstad, the BladeNote.com number 12 machine, the 073. Robbins still hanging out tough there inside the top 5. Those guys 3 wide towards the back there. Oh, Pruitt gets sideways as he gets into the side of the 84 of E.J. Jones. Able to keep it under handle, though, and that 07 machine still trying to fight his way up towards the front. Look at E.J. Jones up to battling with the number 13 machine. That is position 5 and 6.
Yeah, it really is. That 84 is just on the prowl as we pass halfway. It may be time for...
upside, almost.
Oh, no.
Almost. Oh.
What happened over there? I saw a car up in the air almost on its lid. I didn't see who it was, but what in the world?
David Brewer in a 319 machine. And the 09, yep, the 09 got sideways, came up the track. The 6 got into the back of Brewer. Brewer hit the outside retaining wall. And, oh, man, Kyle Moyer going for the ride down to the infield retaining wall. So those guys trying to move the walls because they want the track just a tad bit wider. And walls don't move.
Nope. They don't move. We've said this a billion times. Wall don't move. That's why the reason the wall there, Todd, you're not supposed to go near it. You're not supposed to bounce off it. Well, stay away from it. Jack said stay on the dirt. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you got to stay away from the dirt. It's just like those U chairs, Phil. You want to stay away from them, too, because you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. Some tracks fill them with cement, actually, and concrete themselves. So, yeah, we have some of those there at Afton. I found that out really, really quickly.
And I'm sure it probably wasn't pleasant either. So,
No.
I don't recommend taking your aggressions out on a wall, a tire,
Barrels.
or whatever. Public service announcement
Light
here
pole.
for your friends at the Full Velocity Race. Light pole, we've seen that too. Armco barrier, tow truck.
Catch fence. They catch things for a reason.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Only problem is about the catch fence, Todd. It's got really crappy hands. It almost looks like a really bad receiver sometimes. Maybe they play for the Dolphins.
You know?
Oh, did I go there?
Maybe so. I've never seen. If you want to
I
go
was
NFL,
going to say a Buffalo Bill, but I can't. I can't rank on them right
You can't right now. You can't rank on them right now. But the Dolphins, yeah, you can. They've traded away everybody. They made the team. They pretty much gave it up for the year. They don't care. They just want to lose games. Yeah, we go there. We go there with the Dolphins.
Yeah, losing
My sister's
games.
favorite team. I hope she's listening too.
They lose games as fast as lose races, and as fast as I lose races, and you got to take the green flag to take them. I sometimes see the green, but usually don't see the end of the first lap. But let's take it over lap around as I race the guy flag. Green flag returns to the speedway now as we start lap 40. We're even mixing up back there, and oh my goodness.
Robbins around. Oh boy.
Poor Steve Robbins.
Man, that was tough. That was a tough one to watch. I thought they were all going to save it. They didn't. There was another parking lot, and definitely Steve Robbins involved in that one. Alex Brewer involved. The 07 machine, the 73.
Somebody's under the lid.
Oh, we have somebody upside down up there.
Turtle.
We do have a turtle. Oh, it's E.J. Jones, upside down, turtle for the Cedar Cove number 84. Is he still moving his tires? He's letting everybody know he's still alive. His tires moving, trying to get his feet back on the ground. Well, his tires back on the ground. That's why we always say that you want to keep the silver side up and the rubber side down. That's definitely rubber side up, silver side down.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. So they somehow keep that car left on its lid. He's got it still in the throttle. What in the world was EJ doing over there? Playing? Maybe he hit the Michelobs here a little bit too early. I don't know. All I know is we're under yellow once again. 42 laps in. EJ Jones upside down. So we got 1 point tonight on the network. Jack even called that. We may have had a leaner over there. Didn't see the leaner. I feel awful for Steve Robbins, though. Guy who sat on the pole, led a lot of the first half of this race, was up in the top 3, and now goes to the end of the field here aboard that 073. He was leading on the wall. So Jack says 2 points out of Robbins, 1 point out of EJ. We got 3 points and 1 wreck. I guess that's not a bad score. Unless we're curling, then we could do better.
Curling.
Curling, best sport ever. Guys don't watch curling with the stones and the ice and the sweepers. I watched that and I said, where on career day can I be an ice sweeper for a stone to land in a target? Greatest thing ever.
It is rather interesting, I have to say. I never saw it until...
Oh my goodness. We'll leave that one alone because we don't know sometimes what team we're on here at the network is feel like we're always in different directions, but we know where Josh Peacock is. He leads the field off turn number 2, 44 laps down. We'll go up on the board and look at Eric Eichstadt. He is just making it happen here tonight to the low side of Jim Revis. Is this tonight electric? Eric electrifies the field. He's under Josh Peacock and maybe a glance for the race lead down at turn 1.
Yeah, almost 3 wide racing for the race lead. The 12 of Eric Eichstadt down to the bottom side by side, 3 wide, almost 4 wide down the back straightaway here, Volusia. Oh boy, the number 12 of Eric Eichstadt trying his hardest to try to win a race here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network, and you can see it there. And that number 12 machine right there leading into the side of the number 21. You never know where they were teammates. Jim Revis right now running in that second spot. But here comes Eric Eichstadt back down to the bottom, trying to take over second once again.
I think I just saw the 21 stick his tongue out with the 12. Whatever the heck's going on over there. They were waving at each other. If it was a tongue, maybe a finger out there. I think he was calling him number 1. That is a damn good race over there as Peacock takes the lead. We go 3 wide, but we have a yellow back on the speedway. And when the yellows come out of Volusia, as tight as these guys are, I can't imagine it is just a selfie. Tell me it's a selfie. I'll bet it's not a selfie.
We're looking right now. Looks like Kyle Moyer, the cause of this one here, as he got into the side of the number 71 of Daniel Stifler, and around goes Kyle Moyer. Now by himself. Well, you could call it a selfie, but he had a little bit of contact to help him around, but he was already pretty much going to go around there. Yeah. The 71 had to check up, so we're not going to call that selfie here tonight for the 111.
Yeah,
Kyle Moore.
Almost, but, and yeah, somehow, when Jekis points that out, Alex Brewer got the lead. It's going away. They're putting him to the end of the longest line. Whatever the heck happened there, Alex Brewer went from about mid-pack up to first. I don't know if I think they're going to black flag and put him back to the rear because I think that's kind of against the rules. And we know some guys who try to take that phony wave around and score themselves back to the lead. It don't work that way in the dirt.
No, definitely don't work that way here, and it's rather interesting. But I want to thank everybody out there. We've been pretty active in the live box out there in Facebook Live there, Phil, and got to thank everybody for tuning in. I've been seeing a lot of comments out there, some new faces out there. I know a guy that locally at my dirt track too. I seen him out there. Get to check him every Friday night. Bobby Flood out there. He races on iRacing too. You got to thank Charlie's out there, Milner. You got Chad Brigby. Yeah, you got Marcus Brown out there, Alan Stallings. Just so many people out here replying back and forth. I love seeing the chat, guys. Keep it on up. Tyson Pankow. Mindy's out there, of course. Greg Tuberville's out there. Great to see all you guys out.
Now Kyle Moyer leads the field, so there is some definitely shenanigans going on with the scoring system right now. As we're off turn number 4, iRacing, I flag, green flag back in the air, and they like Kyle Moyer. I think they scored him the lead. Is he leading the field off turn 2? The answer, I think, is no.
I'm not sure why Kyle Moyer is in the race lead. Something going awry there, but it is the number 61 machine of Josh Peacock. Then Jim Revis running in that second spot. Third will be the 12 machine of Eric Eichstadt. Fourth is the number 86 machine of Derek Vedkenauer. Oh, contact there as the 21 of Revis and Eichstadt get involved in a little bit of contact. Disagreement for real estate there, the same pace of real estate. The 12 able to hang on to the second spot. Revis gets crossed up. He's running about 6th or 7th now, Phil.
Yeah, he sure is. Tough break for the Evil One aboard car number 21, but look at this race going on for second. Drop back to 9th into 21. That little bit of space all the way back to 9th, but Peacock trying to drive away. Eichstadt in for second. Look at this battle for third. Is that Racing Jason Salter? Been really quiet all night. Racing Jason making a bid for third off of turn 4.
Got to remember the X91 Motorsports guys were involved in a wreck early in the going, so he's had to call his way from the back a couple of different times. There, the number 10 machine now up to about the 5th spot. Eric Eichstead trying to chase down Josh Peacock. He wants that electric Eric gone. Can this be the night here at Volusia Speedway Park for that number 12 machine? But we got a great battle going on for fourth.
We really do. This is really good. Salter there. Fedkenhauer, Caleb Ramsey. They check up. Bring Kyle Surratt into the dance now. Justin Holt almost 4 wide down the back straightaway. They can't make that fit in turn 3, can they? Oh, maybe they can. They'll try it out. Salter looks like he's going to come out of that one, but we are 3 wide. Somebody is going to be on the short end of that one, and who will be the one who comes out of that one? Ramsey through the middle. Surratt now down low. Holt up high. Looks like Holt may have to check out of it first. Nope. They're going to stay 3 wide for 5th over in 3.
Yeah, 3 wide, and the dust, I mean, on my camera angle, the dust is starting to take over here, too. Yep. So the 21 of Jim Revis really working over the bottom, and it's going to probably be a pretty clear windshield for the drivers out there, but the dust starting to take over on our camera sides, at least. But the racing Jason Salter up to the 4th spot. Now in that number 10 machine, he's going to set sail. Eric Eichstead, though, has caught up to the number 61 machine of Josh Peacock with 2 laps remaining. Popsicle sticks in the air.
2 more trips around. I believe 2 more trips. I think they've got 3 there at the line. Whatever it is, it's still scoring Kyle Moyer with the race lead, so it may be a little bit kind of skewed right there. It's
supposed to be 2. There it goes.
It should be 2. Okay, it is 2 to go here. So we're getting white flag this time off of turn number 3 and 4. Peacock, Eichstead is there.
2 to go still.
Salter is there. Now we're getting 2 to go as they tell me off turn 4. I'm so confused. That's normal.
Yeah, so we got 2 to go. Is it scoring Kyle Moyer as a race leader? We know that's not true. Down the back straightaway here. Into turn number 3. Eichstead way down to the bottom there in the number 12 machine. He's trying to take it away from the 61. White flag this time by for your race leader, the 61 of Josh Peacock. Eric Eichstead down to the bottom middle group of that number 12 machine, trying to let her eat, trying to take over that spot as it makes a little bit of contact with Peacock. Those guys get a little bit sideways, diving down into turn number 3 for the final time, and off of turn number 4. We're going to see who is it going to be off of 4. It's going to be the 61 machine of Josh Peacock taking down the race win. The 12 of Eric Eichstead comes up just a little bit short. Third going to be the 86 of Derek Fedkenhauer. 4th, Jason Salter, Caleb Ramsey, Kyle Surratt, Justin Holt, Jim Remison, Casey Brunson, and Barrett Bishop round out your top 10. A really, really good race for Eric Eichstead, Phil, coming up 1 spot short. Another bridesmaid spot for the 12 machine. And that was a really, really good race for him. But, man, I thought he was going to take down that win and get rid of that name finally. Still has to live with the name.
Yeah, he still will. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, which hopefully I didn't hit that button. We were rooting for Eric right there, but I'll tell you what, if Bindi hasn't done so yet, I think he just earned dinner there, Todd. That was a terrific run. Either way, Josh Peacock will take down the win over Eric Eichstead, Derek Fedkenhauer, which you said 3rd, Jason Salter 4th, Caleb Ramsey rounds out our top 5. We're going to head over to Discord here for Dirt Warrior Racing League. We'll come right back here live on your source for esports racing, BladeNo.com post-race show coming up next. Back here live for the post-race show presented by BladeNo.com here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, Volusia Speedway Park. Season 7, round number 2 at Volusia goes to Josh Peacock tonight aboard car number 61. Our second place finisher is Eric Eichstead, and running out our top 3 we'll talk to now aboard that car number 80. That'll be Derek Fedkenhauer. Derek, terrific run for you. Had to really comes through some traffic starting 7th here tonight. This racetrack was awfully racy. Had some wrecks all around us tonight. How did you survive and come out with the top 3?
Oh, I just got lucky there. Midway through the race, my car seemed like it was falling off, but then towards the end, it started coming back around for me.
Now I gotta ask, when you saw Eric and Josh racing, coming to the white flag side by side, diving out of turn one, I kind of think I see the light bulb in your head go off. If we throw the 86 down low in 3 and 4, it may stick down there. You almost made this thing a 3-car race for the race win. Could you have done anything different right there to make that thing come out on you?
I don't think so. I dove down in there pretty hard, hoping it'd grab more. I mean, it grabbed, but not as much as I wanted to, and I didn't want to force the issue.
Well, you showed a lot of class. Really drove it in really deep and really messed up the lead for the race for the win there, right there. So, Derek, terrific job by you. An awesome third place run here tonight, Volusia. Live on Full Velocity, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Let me give you the mic one more time. And thank out there for watching.
Oh, of course, thank DWRL for putting this all on, all the work they do. My team over at Bulletproof Motorsports. You guys for broadcasting this do one heck of a job. JP Designs for designing my car, and that's about it.
All right, well, this guy here, a class act in a Bulletproof number 86, Derek Fedkenhauer, picks up third tonight here in Volusia. I'm sure we'll see him in Victory Lane here back at DWRL really soon. We'll walk down here now, and a guy who is going to have a smile on his face. I'm sure we'll see. I think the water bottle just came flying at me here, so let me get this all kind of moved out of the way as we walk down here. It's a little bit of crowd on the race car. Electric Eric Eidstad finishing up second here tonight, man. Terrific job. So close to not being a bridesman, my friend. Tell us about that run to the finish. We were rooting for you. I was screaming at the top of my lungs.
I think so. Had some internet issues. One restart, all the cars disappeared on me, and I didn't go right away. And I think I caught Robbins. I couldn't see nobody else. I just guessed when we went. With about 4 laps to go, closing in on him. I thought I was underneath him. He flashed out, come back. He was a car length ahead of me. Come to the white flag, frickin' flashed out again. I just held around the bottom. Come off the corner, he come back. Got in the rear end of him a little bit, coming off of 4, coming to the white flag, and then I just didn't have nothing for him coming out of the corner there.
I tell you what, you could hear the frustration in your voice, and I can just hear it. You can taste the wind coming over here. It's so close. I don't know what more I can say.
You got that right.
It.
Yeah,
so
this is a hard one for sure.
Eric, we are dang proud of you. You were probably the most exciting car to watch out there tonight, mixing it up through the field, putting yourself in 4 wide situations that I didn't think we could get through 2 wide. So you made that work. You get a runner-up position here tonight. The win's on its way, man. I'm telling you what, we all know it is, but I'll give you the mic one more time here live on Full Velocity. The usual suspects, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. No, Miss Mindy's out there watching as well, cheering you on, but no, so many more people out there also support, watch you guys over here.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone coming out watching. Thank you guys at FBRN. I want to thank Heartland Harley Davidson out of Burlington, Iowa, coming on board, sponsoring this deal for us. Means a lot to us. We appreciate it. Hope we make them proud. I got to thank Blade Note. I got to thank Evil One Graphics, Trash Panda Graphics, Ikesid Wraps, Junk Fabrications, The Boss, which is the wife, Mindy. Love you, baby. I want to say hi to my family if they're out there watching. Mom, Dad, my brother Dan, niece Aliana, son Cameron and Cole, and Madison, my daughter. Other than that, hope the show was good, man. I drove my ass off and just came up short.
All right, I have to ask before I let you go. Brother Dan, did he always pick on you as you were kids? Because I look over here to the YouTube chat. The only guy who chimed in tonight was Dan, and first thing I see is first loser. Good job, bro. Did this always happen to you?
Real funny guy. Yeah. Yeah, he's the older brother. He's got 7 years on me. He was all right with me when we were younger, but he gets out there and watches and spreads the word about all this to the people from back up north where I'm from. And there's a few guys from the local racetrack come on and watch his stuff every week, which is awesome. It's cool to see that. They get into the stuff when they're not racing themselves. So I appreciate the comment for being a loser, but well, we'll try again on Sunday. We got a good piece of this track. We just got to put the shit together.
That's right. Well, he said first loser, so I'd rather be the first one than the last one. That's going to be the one we remember out there tonight. Eric, good job, my friend. Win is coming soon, man. And you can get the victory lane. You can say, Dan, I told you I could do it. There you go. Keep digging, brother. We're All right, there he is, folks.
All right,
Electric
thanks.
Eric Eichstadt rolling on. Finishes up second tonight in the BladeNo.com, number 12. We'll let him get back to it, and we will throw this thing down to my buddy, my partner, a guy that I almost forgot the sound of his voice. It's been so long since we've done one of these shows together. And that is my partner, Todd Stanton, who's in victory lane with the Carolina Outlaw aboard car number 61. Josh Peacock picks up another win here on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, down here in BladeNo.com, victory lane with the driver of the number 61, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61, Josh Peacock, taking down the win. You had some pretty good challenges there, Josh. The 12 was right there towards the end of that one. You had Jim on you, nipping at your heels each and every time, but able to keep both those guys at bay, man. What a race. Tell us about it.
Man, there's very few things more stressful than leading one of these races. I didn't know where the track was going. I just knew my car kind of locked the bottom in 1 and 2, and it really locked the middle or top side in 3 and 4.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like your car was running real well, and you were able to keep those guys at bay. It just seemed like those guys were trying to take shots down to the bottom. Was there not a lot of grip down there towards the end of that race?
No, there's a little bit of grip, but I always like to give a thank you to high side momentum. And these cars rely on it pretty well. And like I said, my car locked the top 3 and 4, so I felt pretty comfortable up there.
And definitely able to send her up pretty big up on the top shelf of the speedway. And not a lot of guys running. It was a different groove for you compared to some of the other guys. So you're able to hold on to that. And it seemed like the momentum, like you talk about momentum, the momentum shifted up top, and that's what prevailed you here tonight is just that different groove.
I'm glad I was able to do something different. Like I said, I was worried. I kept glancing up, but didn't really want to focus on the mirror too much, see where everybody's at. But like I said, I searched around a little bit in 1 and 2 whenever I had a little bit of open air behind me, and it seemed to lock the bottom. So that's where we stuck.
All right, again, congratulations. But before you leave, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you tonight for the victory, Josh.
First off, I think I'm my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports. We all get together and work on these setups, and that makes a world of difference when we show up here to race. And I thank my sponsor, Tim Cummings at CCM Custom Graphics and Engraving. I'd like to give a shout out to J Max. Check him out on Facebook at J Max Journeys. I'd have a little shameless plug and thank JP Designs for putting this badass wrap on the car. And I'd also like to thank Charlie Milner at Milner Media Design for doing me a badass suit and helmet. I thank all the guys at DWRL for putting this deal together, and you guys put on a phenomenal broadcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver of the 61 machine here this evening, Josh Peacock taking down the win in a fantastic fashion. Yeah, I got to give a shout out to J Max out there as we got to cover his show and Jonathan's journey. And man, what a fantastic show that was. And there's some more of those shows coming up here. And hopefully we're going to work a little bit more with Tim Cummings and CNC Custom Designs, engraving. Tim is a great guy out there. And man, J Max, this race to you, buddy. Jonathan tunes in quite a bit there, Phil.
That's great to hear, and I was kind of sad I missed that one there last Thursday night, but Hobo J Max is doing well. We're certainly rooting for him, but hopefully we do a race like that with them guys again. That was a whole lot of fun to go back there and check that one out. So got to thank all these guys again. Once again, DWRL, Jim, Jason, Eric, John. The most stressful thing he says to do is lead one of these races. I almost wish I knew sometimes. It was like the lead. I'm never a leader. Not a race car. I may do it in a broadcast world, but I'd like to know what leading one of these races might be like. But Josh will do that another day. We'll talk to him about it. Got to thank all our great sponsorship network. Of course, got to thank Heartland, Harley, Davidson for sponsoring Wednesday Night Street Fights. Thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle with a Gent on YouTube. For Jack True and Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, the rest of the gang over here at Full Velocity Racing Network, Phil Licassi are going to sign off. We'll see you back here live Friday night. Blow By Racing League. Coast to Coast Late Model Series will be live on the airwaves, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So until next time, on your source for esports racing, wish you good night and be safe, everyone.